Hello, I'd like to run through several problems with you. This is from the AP Advanced Placement Microeconomics exam from 2011. And notice in this question, you have 50 minutes to answer all three of the following questions. We're going to just do one of the questions right now just for time. And they suggest you spend half of the time on this first question, which means it's a little longer than the others, and use pen with black or dark ink. Well, I'm going to be using red ink on mine, so a little bit different than yours. Notice we have a downward sloping market demand curve, marginal revenues below it. Marginal cost is upward sloping. Average total cost must reach a minimum right here. And so what we're looking for is, first question, let's take a look at it. So assume that the monopolist wants to maximize profit. Well, the way you maximize profit is producing where marginal revenues equal to marginal cost. Well, let's see if I can get a tool here to comment and mark it up. And specifically, let's do a pencil tool. So right here, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost at 8 units. So the answer right here, that's going to be right there, where the marginal revenue, there's marginal cost, there's marginal revenue right here. Okay, so that is 8 units. When the output is 8 units, what's the profit per unit? Well, profit per unit, the price is equal to 24. Average cost is right there at 18. 24 minus 18 is equal to 6. So what is the profit per unit? $6. Assume the monopolist is maximizing profit. Is allocative efficiency achieved? No, because up here, notice, allocative efficiency is where we want to have where price, bring that over there, is equal to marginal cost. Well, price is equal to marginal cost right here. The demand curve is equal to marginal cost. So actually I need to put that up here. Sorry about that. So price is equal to marginal cost. Efficiency. So efficiency is right there. And so no. And then price is not equal to marginal cost. That's not a very good marginal cost. Let's take those off. So marginal cost. There it is. Okay, between the prices of $16 and $18, is the monopolist in the elastic, inelastic, or unit elastic? Well, let's see. Notice right here where marginal revenue is equal to 0, straight up. Oops, don't want to take it straight up that way. And let's say all the way along here, where marginal revenue is positive, is greater than 0, it's elastic. And if down here, marginal revenue is less than 0, it's inelastic. Well, why is it elastic when marginal revenue is greater than 0? Well, the reason is I lower my price, I sell more. Positive marginal revenue means as I sell more, my total revenue is going up. Well, think of the test on elasticity. Price down, revenue up. So up here we have price down, goes down, total revenue must go up. It's going to go in the opposite direction if it's elastic. I can't write very well there. And down here, price goes down, total revenue goes down. Well, up here, notice what's happening. I start at 40, I don't sell any. My revenue's got to be going up. Remember your total revenue curve? As your price goes down, your revenue's going up. That's elastic. Down here, if I sell it for free somewhere over here, I raise my price, total revenue's got to go up. Or if I'm lowering my price along here, total revenue's going to go down. That's where marginal revenue is negative. So in this case, assuming the price is 16 and 18, well, 16, where's 16? 16's right here. 18 is right here. Those are both in the inelastic portion, I should say. So right here, it's inelastic. And that's because marginal revenue, in this case, explain, marginal revenue is less than 0. It's negative. And as we see over here, if marginal revenue is negative, price down, my revenue is going to go down. So as I lower my price from 18 to 16, 18 times 11, then I take 16 times 12, as my price is going to go down, those revenues are going down. Okay, let's keep going down. Assume that the regulator set an output of 11 units. So if a regulator sets an output of 11 units, let's say the price is going to be 18, so I'm right here in the inelastic portion of my demand curve. So there's 11 units. Is a monopolist going to be earning positive economic profit? Well, right there, notice $18, it's 0 economic profit. So it's 0 economic profit. Because they want to sell it as high a price as they can, and the highest price that you can at 11 units is $18. Well, at $18, 18 times 11 is going to be my revenue, but my total cost is going to be 18 times 11 too. And the reason for that is average total cost is total cost divided by quantity. If I take my $18 as my average total cost, and my quantity is what? 11 units. Well, take 18, multiply both sides by 11, and those two cross out, and I'm left with total cost. So my total cost is going to be 18 times 11. My total revenue is 18 times 11. My revenues are equal to my costs. I am making no economic profits. 0. So that's why I wrote 0 economic profits. Well, let's go down here to, is a monopolist earning accounting profits? Well, economic profits include a normal accounting profit, because an economic profit tells us if we're making more money than our next best alternative. Well, I'm not making any more money than my next best alternative, and hopefully my next best alternative has some kind of accounting profit to it. So in my case, I'm making exactly what I make in the next best opportunity. So are you making an accounting profit? Absolutely, yes. So yeah, if you're making a 0 economic profit, you better be earning an accounting profit. Let's go down a little bit. Let's go to the next page. Oops. Next page. Assume instead that regulators impose a price ceiling of $22. Price ceiling, $22. What's the marginal revenue for the 8th unit? Let's go up to our diagram here. $22, price ceiling right here. Cannot, so that's our ceiling right here. And it looks like, let's see if we can get rid of a few things here. I'm going to get rid of everything here. There it is. Okay. $22 is our price ceiling. Well, this price ceiling also happens to, since I can't charge these prices up here, this becomes my de facto marginal revenue curve. So this firm will produce 9 units over to the demand curve, and then, but also this firm's marginal revenue for the 8th unit is going to be $22. Let's go fill out that problem now that we saw that. So right here, see if I can get to stay there. Price ceiling of $22. It's going to be a $22 marginal revenue. What quantity will be produced? Well, we just said that. But let me go double check. Quantity is going to be 9. So let me go to turn my page here. And so it looks like 9 units will be produced. Assume instead, let's go on to G. Assume instead that the monopolist practices perfect price discrimination, first-degree price discrimination. Well, what is that? Well, that's where you charge everybody what they're willing to pay. So there is no consumer surplus. So what will be the value of the consumer surplus? Well, if it's perfect price discrimination, you take it all away. So it's got to be zero, zip, nada. There is no consumer surplus. But what will be? How much will be produced? So let's go look up at it. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to charge the first person $40. The second person, I'm going to charge them exactly what they're willing to pay, all the way down. Now, I can't afford to sell it for people down here, so I'm going to produce, oops, let me bring this one back down there. And so I'm going to produce right down, oops, doesn't want me to step in that area right there, does it? I'm going to produce 10 units. Notice it's efficient right here. That's where price is equal to marginal cost. So for that last unit, my price is going to be $20. For this unit right here, the 9th unit is 22. For the 8th unit, it's 24. And on up. There is no consumer surplus. And so what do we say here? 10. So let's go down to that one again. How much is produced? 10. And we just passed our first question. Now we need to go on, but that's a different video.